It's been a really interesting year, actually. Given the situation that our planet is in, we were actually expecting a much bigger impact from COVID than we've actually seen. We've actually grown as a business, which, given the circumstances, is incredible, and especially around our cloud business. So we actually have a target of growing our cloud business 40% year on year. We expect there to be a slight decline in our on-premise business, but that will be more than compensated for with cloud, especially multi-tenant cloud. And when we drill in a bit more detail to this particular region, we're seeing huge traction around cloud, especially in the focus industries that we have for the Middle East and Africa, which is industrial manufacturing, distribution, healthcare. We're seeing a real demand for true cloud applications. And we had a customer that's recently gone live in Saudi Arabia on multi-tenanted cloud, an organization called AutoWorld. And actually the flexibility that cloud brings to that organization has opened up numerous new revenue streams purely because of the flexibility that we have within our cloud suite. So good news spreads fast, and so other organizations like EMEA have made exactly the same commitment to move to the cloud. So it was slow to begin with here, and maybe last year when we spoke, people were thinking about cloud, but they weren't actually doing it. This year, it's changed, they're doing it. And I think some of that has been driven by the pandemic, because people have realized that having your critical key business applications in the cloud gives you resilience in your business. And obviously that's really important. The world that we live in now, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen next week. So having that reliability and resilience in your operating systems and your applications, people see that as a real critical factor nowadays. So I think that could be one of the reasons that we're seeing this acceleration now around cloud. But we're on track to grow our business by 40%, our cloud business by 40%. And if we keep growing at 40% a year, we're heading in a great direction. For an existing customer, we have a mechanism where they would stop paying their annual maintenance, which is a very on-premise traditional model, and that would get swapped out for a SaaS subscription. But yeah, it works out favourably for the customer. In terms of the technical aspects of the migration, we have a dedicated approach to take a customer from where they are today on premise to the cloud. We call it the engage process. It's an agile philosophy around looking at a customer's requirements. Our applications are 100% industry specific. So they have a industry specific model, which has business process, it has screens, it has reports specific to that industry. So we will actually look at our customer's business, and we typically find that 60% of the customer's requirements, they can just be supported as standard out of the box. No configuration, no changing, nothing. They just use that 60%. We then have there's another 30%, which is where we may need to do some configuration. We may need to change a business process. We may need to update a report. We may even need to change a screen. But you think about that 60 plus the 30, that actually takes us to 90% against the customer requirements really quite quickly. But then it's the 10% that's all important, because the 10% is the bit that makes the customer unique. It's the bit that makes them stand out from the crowd. It's their USP. And often, in relative terms, the 10% can take quite a lot of time in comparison to the 90%. But we have this model, and sometimes it's 70-20-10, sometimes it is 60-30-10, so it kind of varies, it depends on the customer. But we've been running with this methodology now for the last 2 years. So it's tried, it's tested. We have numerous customer examples and case studies about how this methodology works. So, you know, the commercial migration is very straightforward. It's a commercial agreement. You go from maintenance to SaaS. The technical migration, we have a model for that, 60-30-10. It works really well.